Alright, James, Keith behind the camera, and Ellie Simpson over here. So this is Ellie. She's going to be shooting the gun today for us. She's going to be shooting a 6.5 PRC and then a 6.5 Creedmoor. We're going to try the RDFs at 1,000 yards. We're going to try the RDFs at 200 yards. We're going to shoot the ELDMs at 1,000 yards. And we're going to shoot the ELDMs at 200 yards. We're trying to do a comparison between the two bullets. The reason is a lot of the PRS guys run these for competition, but people like to hunt with them as well. So Ellie, you want to go ahead and show them which one is the ELDM from Hornady. As you can see, our great hand model here, and then our RDFs, which we loaded ourselves, and they're both running 42 grains of H4350. We load them ourselves, so we don't use the factory stuff from Hornady. We just want them a little faster. Both of these are running somewhere around 2,800 and something feet per second, give or take. So, are you ready to go shoot? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go shoot.
Mm-hmm. Give it a dead hold.
Ready.
All right, send it.
Oh! James and Ellie here from Barbourcreek Long Range Shooting School. We just shot this gel block at 1,000 yards. First was with a 6.5 PRC and the RDF 140 grain. And what we noticed is the penetration on the 140 grain RDF was about 9.5 inches, and it didn't even open at all and function. And this is a little deceiving, but if you look at this flap, the bullet came out the top. It actually turned sideways as it was going through the ballistic gel block, so it didn't even open at all. Now, we then figured, well, we just barely used the block, so Ellie decided we were going to shoot it with the ELDM Hornady bullet, 140 grain. Now, we shot this one with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Initial penetration was about 5 inches. It did function. It opened. You can actually see the bullet tip stuck in there somewhere. We got a pretty decent permanent wound cavity. It then went in a little bit more, and then I'm going to turn it sideways a little, and it functioned again and gave another little tiny wound cavity, and then it popped out the top. Now again, 20% gel block at 1,000 yards, 6.5 Creedmoor, and then this 6.5 PRC, 140 grain RDF on the PRC, 140 ELDM on the 6.5 Creedmoor. We're going to reuse this block because, as you can tell, looking through, you can see that it basically both of the wound channels are high. So we're going to reuse this. We're going to shoot this at 200 yards with the RDF bullet and see how it performs. So stand by. We're going to let Ellie pull the trigger, and she's going to kill this ballistic gel block. Okay, good shot.
Ready?
Send it.
Alright, Keith just got back from bringing back the ballistic gel from the 200 yards. So what we did is we wanted to compare the ELDM 140 grain Hornady to the 140 RDF. And these are both out of 6.5 Creedmoor with Ellie shooting them. Good shooting, Ellie. So, alright, as you can see, the ELDM, after approximately 1.5 inches or so, now this was only 200 yards, mind you, it started to open up. We got a pretty good wound channel. The bullet did fragmentate, and then it did exit. Now coming down to the RDF didn't even start to open until about 9 inches, 9.5, and then it basically blew apart. And you can see this spider webbing. So we're going to cut this open so you can get a look at it. The RDF did not exit. I can just touch a piece of lead right there. So again, we're going to go ahead and cut this open with our estranged butter knife that Keith likes to use. It's an electronic knife. He's quite dangerous with it. So stand by, and we're going to cut this open.
Only to myself.
Only to yourself. Alright, so we just finished dissecting these two pieces of gel. This one here is the RDF, this one here is the ELDM. Both shot at 200 yards by Ellie. I just want to point this out. This black right here was from the ELDM that we shot at 1,000, so ignore that. Alright, coming in with the RDF, as you can see, it didn't even start opening again until about 9 inches right here, and then we did have some fragmentation. And I will put this down and hopefully you can see this. This is the chunks that were left from the RDF. Oddly enough, the me plat just kind of bent over, mushroomed, and then it squeezed all the lead out. We're still trying to find the base. It's here somewhere. Alright, let me drop that down. Let's talk about the ELDM. And again, both Creedmoors, 6.5 Creedmoors. Initial penetration again was quite short, 1 7/8 maybe, and then pretty decent wound channel on this 20%. It's 1 3/4 inches, and it did penetrate all the way through, but you can see it exploded inside of there, caused a nice terminal performance and a permanent wound channel. So, in my opinion, if I was going to hunt deer or mule deer size animals and below, and anywhere under that 900 yard, the ELDM is going to outperform the RDF. Now at close range the RDF works, but it's just so inconsistent. We saw that at 1,000 yards where it literally turned sideways on us, and then it kind of popped out, and zero fragmentation at 1,000 yards. They did perform fairly well at the 600 when we shot them a couple weeks ago. We're kind of looking back and wondering if it actually turned sideways there too. So we have to do a little bit more testing on the RDFs and see what they do, but they don't seem to open as well as a Burger does and as well as the ELD series. So another good ballistic gel testing from Barbourcreek Long Range Shooting Academy, and Keith's actually on the camera today, so we didn't want his mug up here on the film, so
Everybody was complaining.
Everybody was complaining. It's all good. All right, that's it for us, so Scouts out.